When disaster strikes, lights go out, communities need ways to get power back on the grid, of course, and it turns out a new investment in local schools can actually meet that need.
I think this is my favorite story of the day. Gagan Dhillon is the CEO at Synop, and he joins us now to talk more about this. It's kind of like, why haven't we thought of this sooner, Dhillon? You go by Dhillon. I just want to correct everyone so they don't think I'm calling you the wrong name. You help turn electric school buses into backup generators. So how exactly does that all work?
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you first and foremost for having me. And I think it's one of the coolest innovations in the last 10, 20 years is this ability to take a battery powered vehicle, which is a school bus, a Class 8 semi, whatever the case is, and you see that as a power plant in its own world and its own view, and being able to take that energy when it's not being used and dispense it back into the grid can actually have a positive impact on a small community, a large community, and provide power in cases like we're seeing in Texas today or other natural disasters. So that's the future that we're building here at Synop.
No, it's a great idea, and I know some electric vehicle manufacturers have tried to do that for local homeowners, and people who live by themselves too. My question to you is, if we have any bus that's electric, can you just transition any bus into doing this for schools?
So in the future, you can transition any bus. Right now, there's a small number of manufacturers that build these buses that are compatible for what the concept is called V2G, or vehicle to grid. Okay. So today, the technology is just starting to take off, and there's a handful of manufacturers that are building these buses. But in the future, the goal is for any electric vehicle to have this capability.
Yeah, I feel like every electric vehicle, should have this capability. It'd be so helpful with so many different disasters. So how much does it cost communities to set up, and actually how much do you save because of the help you're getting from this and the energy efficiency?
Yeah, so the cost for communities is typically bared by either the utility itself, or it's a private fleet that's going out there and building this infrastructure. So the real cost is infrastructure. That cost can vary anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000, $30,000, just depending on the type of infrastructure you are looking to install. And then the savings, is something everybody's working to quantify. The one metric I can give you is 1 megawatt hour of energy is enough to power a single family home for about a 6-week period.
Oh, wow.
And, to this point, we've sent back about 20 megawatt hours of energy. So, that's sort of the concept of cost that we can all, confidently share right now. But that's something that, the entire industry is working to better quantify this year.
And I'm just trying to wrap my head around it, still learning how the grid works and all that. But you plug these electric buses into the grid to get power back to the grid. Would there be any benefit to maybe plugging the bus directly into the school and power the school so that you can have like a community center for people to come to in a natural disaster?
Yeah, I mean, so the way that the grid works is the energy is dispensed from this vehicle through a charger and then back into the grid, and then through the grid itself then allocates where that energy is necessary. So if it's necessary at a school district, or if it's necessary at a single home, that energy is then dispersed. But the concept itself is you plug in a bus. Software that we build and other companies build then enables that vehicle to discharge that energy back into the grid in almost an immediate fashion.
Got it. Okay, I understand now. Thank you. That's interesting. That's fascinating.
Yeah, Gagan Dhillon, the CEO of Synop. Thank you so much for joining us today and putting that brain to good use.
Yes. Let's shout it from the top of the hilltop so everybody can do this. I mean, this is great. I hope you guys expand.
Yeah, a lot of people could use this right now.